Because you're recording.
All right, so I'll open the meeting as the clerk and let everybody know that new members in this term are Dell, Sally, and Todd. Welcome, welcome, welcome back.
Thank you.
My one promise to Dell was that I would not make him chair, and I did, and I won't. And I want to thank Laura for being the chair over the last 2 years. Thank you. And you probably don't mind stepping down for a couple of years.
I'm good.
So the first thing we do is election of our officers, and I did speak to Tricia and asked her if she might be willing to be chair.
Oh, I did.
And it's not that hard. So it's basically you gotta come down and sign things for me occasionally. You run the meetings, which is not that, it's okay, right?
Sue will guide you right through. So I don't say that now. Oh, okay. Say this part over there. Oh, right.
Well, in most of our meetings, like if we get into tax appeals or abatements, we have the procedures which are in this packet, which we'll look at later, which is really a good guide.
Yeah.
So I would like to appoint Tricia as chair. Do I need a motion? I'll make a motion that Tricia be chair of our BCA.
I second.
Second. Everybody second.
We need to-
Because nobody else wanted the job.
And any discussion? Anybody else want this job? It's a good job. So all in favor of Tricia being chair of our BCA? Right? All right, thank you, Tricia. Do you take over now or?
Yes.
Okay, take over now. So the next thing would be the vice chair, which I have somebody in mind already too.
So, did we need to say that the meetings came in at 7:02 or anything like that? Or you already have that done?
I'm gonna write that right now. We opened our meeting at 7:02.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the vice chair, and Sue, I think you had some.
I'd like to
Nominations?
nominate Wendy for vice chair.
Yay.
I second.
Second.
You're just in time for that.
Is she coming in? She is. Okay.
I second that.
I think. Again,
Just for acknowledgement, if you want to be heard, you got to get closer to the table. We got microphones, otherwise it won't be on the recording.
Which we now have
Which
to
we now have to
record.
record. So don't be shy. Get close. There's a chair here. It's voice and video.
Yeah, you could sit over there next to.
Yeah, come spot.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, so all those in favor of our new vice chair?
Hi.
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
Yay, thank you both.
So now we are going to review the policies and procedures for the committee.
I can kind of walk through all of these with you guys. And did I send them out? Now I can't remember if I sent them out for you to look at ahead of time. I'm sorry. I meant.
Yeah, they were attached to an email.
They were, okay, that was my intent. So there's we have not that many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 policies, basically. One is our emergency evacuation procedure at the polling place. The next one is our rules of conduct for Board of Civil Authority meetings, and most of this is regarding tax appeals. We shouldn't have too many of those, I don't imagine. The next one is our rules of procedures for the Board of Abatement, and then finally our policy on politicking at the polling place.
And none of this is anything new, correct?
No, these are the same ones that we readopted. And I try to keep track of that, so I know that we've looked at them. And found anything. So yeah, nothing's really new. I mean, perhaps I should add in the two meeting things that we need to warn the meetings with a Zoom offering and that we need to record the meeting. Should I maybe add
Yeah.
that in? I'll add that
Okay,
in into
procedure.
a line with the new law. And I'll add that into the rules for the conduct of meetings and hearings for the Board of Civil Authority and for the Board of Abatement procedures.
Anybody have any questions on those policies? Need clarification on anything? So the next thing in your packet is the Code of Ethics. Were you gonna talk about that and?
Yep, that's a little further down,
Okay,
after town meeting stuff.
all right, okay.
So if those policies are good, you guys, I'll add the Zoom requirement on the warning and that we have to record all meetings, and I'll just accept them for those two things.
Do we have to
Alright,
vote on them or it's just by unanimous
Good.
consent?
we could just vote that they're good with the amendments I suggested.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the rules, policy and procedures as presented in the packet with the addition of the Zoom information.
I second.
All right. Laura, seconded, okay. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? So moved.
So is this meeting being recorded right now then?
Yes.
Yep,
Oh, that's where it gets recorded.
yeah.
Oh.
So next item.
The town meeting information.
So I'm just gonna make a big motion that covers everything. I move that we keep our polling place at the Brandon American Legion. That our polling times are 7 AM to 7 PM. That we continue using the ballot drop box that is located in the front of the office. And that we process early ballots if necessary in the office before the election. Those are all things we have to decide as a group. So I make that motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the polls at the American Legion, time from 7 to 7. The ballot box drop off is still going to be at the town offices, and that we can process votes early before the election, before the election at the town offices. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved.
Also in your packets in the back, I put I think do you all have a copy of the schedule, or did I only have that in mind?
We don't.
Oh, good. I'm gonna pass this around. If anybody, I don't think we're gonna need to do any absentee processing. I've only got I'll have less than 100, so. But these are schedules. If people want to sign up to work the polls, just pass those around. Here's a pen. You guys can just do that while we finish through the meeting. Some of you have no choice. So
Just
just,
has a day off.
yeah, thank you.
I scheduled my Florida trip to be here for it, so. Okay, so while that's going around, then, you want to go on to the next one, the ethics training?
Yes. So many of you have completed the ethics training. Some of you did the state ethics training, state employee ethics training. So Kathy, you did the state one. You may have to do the municipal one. Was it a lot different? Oh, it wasn't. Well, some of you are gonna be,
They changed the employee to municipal employee,
oh, and that was it?
and that was it.
Oh,
So it was the same thing.
so I'm not gonna require that then. Thank you for doing them both.
You're welcome.
This is new, new, existing employees like myself and existing boards have until September to get their ethics training done, but new boards, which we are, have, I think it's 90 days. So that's why I sent that out to everybody. So hopefully you'll get that done within the 90-day period. It's pretty straightforward, I think. I found it to be relatively straightforward. I passed all the little quizzes that they asked without really any issues.
I think I got one right.
We did, Luann did say, when the gift thing came up, she said, we're still getting cookies from people. I said, I think cookies are fine. Because we do get really good goodies at Christmas time and we're not willing to give those up. So,
I did notice that,
yeah, yes.
I noticed that it said, once you completed the training, that, they would be sending you an email confirming it. We still haven't gotten ours.
So you didn't get yours, yeah.
did not get one either. And
Luann didn't get one either.
I was gonna say, did something come to you to tell you that we finished or
No,
did
no.
we just tell you we finished?
Yeah, you could just let me know.
Oh,
Has anybody not
The
done it
one that
yet?
I passed into you, that's how you know I did the wrong one.
Yes, yeah. But it's the same as she's tested,
Yeah.
so,
It's the same?
Yeah, it's the same training. They just took, instead of saying like state representative or state employee,
Ah,
they changed the wording to say
municipal.
municipal
I
employee.
see.
And then there was a quiz at the end of the municipal, like,
I
in
see.
order to get your U pass, you have to answer questions correctly.
Yeah,
I did get something back.
yeah.
It
You,
says,
I
this
think you,
certifies that Patricia Lynn Welch, Justice Peace of Brandon, completed the online Vermont State Ethics Commission Municipal Ethics Training on 1/17/2025. And
oh,
then there was an attachment.
was it an email that you got?
Yeah,
Maybe it went into your junk mail too, sometimes,
It didn't,
no,
no,
I will check junk mail, but
I always check.
I'll check it.
I know,
What is the subject line to?
let
It's
me
easier.
go back to, uh, Municipal Ethics Training Confirmation.
You kind of have to click something at the bottom, don't you? After everything, you think I'm
Yeah,
done with this and then.
Yeah, probably, I think it
And
did,
then you
yeah.
have to go to the very bottom of the bottom, below the bottom. And click something.
So-
The bottom.
I've got some little iPads in the office. If you guys want to come in one day, we can do it all together. We can have a little fun with that. I'll bring some goodies.
Well, there, okay.
No, I kept it because I didn't know if I had to show it.
That's what you need, huh?
So, yeah, that's new. That's the new requirement. And probably good that people, I mean, it all seemed very common sense to me, but good for a run through, I suppose, to just make sure we're doing the right thing. That's all I've got.
Okay, other business?
I have other business in this.
Yeah.
Can we go back to the code of ethics for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to set up a way for if someone wants to complain about somebody on this board or not? We had to. with the
No.
select board, but-
No, we just have to be trained.
I think the select board serves as a designee for all the
We're
town.
gonna be it for everything?
Yeah. So, yeah,
We already got one. Didn't
So-
take long.
if someone complains about us, they're going to you.
Yeah, I had a question about.
Yeah, Rick, you wanted us to sign up for these.
Yeah, if you want it, yeah.
Like I've seen these three for,
But you don't want anyone to sign up for that.
She doesn't think there's gonna need any
Yeah, you-
absentee.
I don't think we're gonna
it
need to do
evening?
absentees. Evening meeting is a Monday night meeting the night before.
oh, like signing in people.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
sign on that.
yeah,
Then do you want us all to just to write when we can work?
yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great. That'd be great. And then I'll fill in any gaps later. That seemed to work okay. Yeah, I figured I'd pass it around while we were here.
Sue, can you tell us, people can, just to reiterate, people can call you up and they can come in and get a ballot if they're not gonna be here on the 3rd.
Yes,
Tuesday,
yeah,
so
I
have-
do not have our ballots are in, but I don't have the school ballots yet, so I'm reluctant to start doing that till I have all the
And
ballots.
so you're
'Cause-
gonna let people know on Facebook or.
Well, I'm not on
or
Facebook, but I'll
not
put it on Front
Facebook,
Porch
but Front
Forum.
Porch Forum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've got some people leaving town that are, and I keep writing to the school saying, any ETA on those ballots?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not getting any, I'm getting,
Do they have to wait until the meeting
On 26th or whatever.
when they have to do the special bond? Part? Or
Doing a
whether or not they're
bond?
gonna,
No.
whether or not they're gonna put that on there? for
So the only thing that's happening from the floor as the last year's moderator, as the presumed moderator for this year, they're voting on the floor and whether or not they're going to give away that land.
Okay.
Everything else is being voted by way of Australian ballot, except for the election of officers and that bond. I'm not the,
Sorry, I didn't mean that, but
whether or not they'll give away that
uh,
property. But there's no bond.
so that's coming from the floor. That's gonna be a floor vote.
That, it can only be a floor vote.
Okay,
And so you have to be in person to vote. And you can't vote, you can't attend by way of Zoom and vote. You might be able to participate, but you won't be able to vote by way of Zoom. So if you want to have a say, you have to be there on the 26th.
are you guys all aware of what they're doing? They want to break up a piece of land and build a,
For a senior center.
a recreation thing.
Oh, wow, cool.
Many millions.
Many, many.
Many millions.
By the time I go, that would be many more. millions.
And that's the 26th, right?
Do you want to just write down here, like our name and how, when, you don't want us to write in where we want to be like that, right?
You can do it however you want to do it. That's fine. Yeah, if you put your name and just what you can do is down below is fine. Yeah. That's my little normal thing. And Bud, you'll be there for lunch, right? You'll do the lunch thing again.
No.
That works. And it will be school too, so we'll be, staying there late. Counting write-ins. Waiting for Pittsburgh.
There was some really good, counters that came in last time.
Yeah.
Got right down to it.
Yes,
Organized everybody.
Lester.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, so Lester hand counts everything. They don't have tabulator, so they've got hand counting down to a
Boy.
science.
It's pretty impressive.
I know, I was very impressed too. I just stood back and watched and it was great. Yeah, it was very impressive. Hopefully, we don't have a lot of elections this year. I'm gonna be traveling a lot because I have a grandchild coming, so I'm not gonna be around much. As little as possible, anyway, we'll see, but, so I'm hoping that it's gonna be a one and done year. That's my hope. And if I did warn them, I said, if we need to do real, elections, you cannot set a date without checking with me first. That's just the way it is. Do not be setting dates. So the school knows that. Hopefully they listen. I think it's gonna be relatively quiet. I don't think we'll see a lot of tax appeals, if any. I've got a couple of things that need to be abated, mostly those properties that the town took over through FEMA. And I'm just waiting for someone to come in and need an abatement, but I may just have to call a meeting for just those, so. And that's really the only thing that's sitting out there. Thank
So-
you for all your time and commitment.
God forbid one of the, or both of the budgets do get voted down. I can't remember, is there a time period that the revote has to happen within so many days or weeks or anything, or is it just?
No,
Or
it can
get-
really
get
be
scheduled.
whenever. We try to do it quickly. But and so when you're doing revotes, the warrant, generally with an election, the warning has to be out there for a certain number of days. I can't, 30 days or
Mhm.
20 days. But when you're doing revotes, it can be as short as,
It's a shorter
it can be a much shorter period,
That's
yeah,
what I thought.
so,
Okay. Yeah.
hopefully,
Just hope none of that happens, so.
yeah. Hopefully. Trying to think of other things. we'll see what new laws come floating down, but. So the new laws last year. Was revisions to the open meeting law, and that's why. We have to film everything. That's a new law that affected us. Not all boards, but any board that has. Any kind of decision making, and the Board of Civil Authority falls under that, as well as the Board of Abatement, where we're. Probably mostly because we do tax appeals and abatements, but. But we have to do it at every meeting, so. That's really the big change this year. And if you could go online, if anybody's interested in finding out more about that, the new open meeting law, you just shoot me an email and I'll send you the details, but pretty boring reading mostly. Oh, wait, I gotta add you guys on here. What else is new in the world?
Is there an update from this, or is this what we follow here?
That's it. And if anybody needs a new one of those, I can send it out too. And let me make sure that I've got, because I did the people who are. What did I do? Oh, it's in this one. I try to. You do things that you enjoy doing, so that's why I have a little questionnaire. So for weddings, I just want to make sure I got everybody who's actually doing weddings. Bud, Laura Peterson, John Peterson, Kathy Clark, Knapp, Bill Moore, Trisha Welch, yeah, weddings, okay. Nobody else for weddings. And I think, Doug, I didn't get your little list, but I left it the same, which was elections, tax appeals, tax abatements, voter checklist maintenance. Oh, yeah, that's one thing we'll be doing this summer. Probably July or August, probably August, because I'm usually wait till the very last minute. But going through the voter list and purging and challenging people. I have to say our voter list, because we were mailing ballots, is probably the best list in the state right now. I mean, it really, because every time I'd send out a batch of ballots, I'd get them back, I'd challenge them. It's in really good shape, so that should be a very quick and easy process. There's a lot of new names on there though that I don't recognize. I gotta say, a lot of new people. A lot of new people.
Just go to Red Clover and you can meet them.
I know. I go in there and I don't know a soul in there.
Well, they're new.
They are. Anything
I
else?
move to adjourn.
I'll
Do I have a
second that.
second?
I'll second that.
Brian gets.
All
gets to
those
it.
in favor? Ooh, we are now adjourned at 7:25.
7:23.